We know that Prince William is doing everything possible to stop Meghan Markle coming to the UK and joining the commemoration of the Queen's death anniversary. But we do not know something else he did too. What is that? Well, I did speak about this in my past videos, but today I want to gloss over on this report one more time just to show you guys how tactful, how clever and smart Prince William have become when it comes to dealing with Meghan Markle. Welcome to my channel. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell. This report was published end of June, and basically it said Eugenie and Beatrice could return to major royal rule thanks to Prince William. Basically what this report is suggesting is that Prince William, he reached out to Beatrice and Eugenie, trying to get them back into the family fold, because Eugenie and also Beatrice, to an extent, both of them are cozying up. They had in the past, we have seen them cozying up to Meghan Markle, sharing a lot of palace information, inside information with her, which did not sit well with Prince William or with the monarchy. Now Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice could be set for a front-line role. You heard it right, front-line role in the royal family once Prince William becomes king, which will happen sooner or later. Of course, we know he will have to wait for his father passing away. Prince William, he is doing everything possible right now to prepare the monarchy to face this kind of challenges. Remember, the challenges they are facing from Meghan and Harry with all their lies is just the beginning. It could spill over to the next generation. For example, I mentioned this in my other videos. Archie could be the next Harry, and he will fight with Prince George or King George when he becomes the king. Therefore, it is absolutely commending on Prince William's part that he is taking all the steps possible to stop that happening in the future. Speaking to Palace Confidential, the Daily Mail's diary editor Richard Eden said William could call on his cousins to help him out when he takes the throne. He pointed out that Queen Elizabeth II shared the burden of her work with her cousins, end quote. He is just following the footsteps of the Queen. You can say that, but it is not just following the footsteps of an intelligent, a clever woman, i.e. Queen Elizabeth, but it is also being very careful dealing with this situation that emerged after Meghan and Harry, they started lying about the monarchy. This comes as both Eugenie and Beatrice made the news in the past week, as the former announced the birth of her second baby. Let's talk about this a little bit more. When asked about the role Ernest may play in the royal family, Mr. Eden said, quote, "It all depends on the role Princess Eugenie has in the future." So of course, a lot of things are tied up together. There is no doubt about that. Quote, "Remember, Queen Elizabeth had the Duke of Gloucester, Duke of Kent, and Princess Alexandria all carrying out engagements and helping her. I would like to see in the future Prince William being helped by his own cousins such as Eugenie and Beatrice," end quote. The Masterstroke Prince William played recently, he talked to Harry, whether through text, email, phone call, we do not know exactly how that happened. He told Harry, when you come to UK, you are more than welcome to attend your grandmother's death anniversary, but you're not welcome to bring your wife. Now, Prince William, of course, he sensed it. He could smell it. Like he is a very good, very smart man. He could smell Meghan Markle from thousands of miles away. So he talked to Harry and he said that, you know what, don't come over to UK with your wife. That I think is a very smart move, because Meghan and Harry could have manipulated the palace or the king, because the king is very soft, into allowing them to the UK for the death anniversary of the Queen, and that way Meghan and Harry would be able to rebuild their images, the lost image, the damaged one. by showing to the world that we are still with the palace, with the monarchy. We are not a part outside of the palace of the family. We are part of them. They could have said that easily. So William, he stopped it. He knew that Meghan could do it. And I think that she was actually going to do it. So he said, no, before you even think about this, don't think about this. He said that Eugenie and Beatrice, let's talk about this story a little bit. Eugenie and Beatrice, quote, could really help William when the time comes, end quote. Daily Mail's royal editor, Rebecca English, remarked that Beatrice's appearance in Jordan received, quote, some really warm feedback on social media, end quote. Mr. Eden added, quote, perhaps in the future, when William is king, they might feel it is the right time to dedicate their life to royal duties. Eugenie and Beatrice, they must do it. They must step up. They must cut ties with Meghan Harry if they want a normal, a prosperous life, because they do not want to be markled. Anybody came close contact with Meghan Harry, they lost everything pretty much. I mean, take a look at Spotify, the business itself, the entire industry of Spotify in terms of broadcasting those podcasts. They are counting loss after loss. Mr. Eden added, quote, perhaps in the future when William is king, he might feel that it is the right time. But I think Prince William, he is actually thinking about that already. Even before he becomes the king, he is already doing his homework. Earlier this week, Eugenie and her husband, Jack Brooksbank, took to Instagram to announce that their son was born on 30th of May. That is absolutely fantastic. They are looking to me like more likely that they are actually also willing to become part of the monarchy and work with Prince William. However, the news was kept quiet of the baby's birth for almost a week after the birth. Don't do this. I mean, this sounds more like Meghan Markle. Don't hide anything. With Buckingham Palace sharing their statement only confirming the birth on Monday. Okay, don't do this. Eugenie, Beatrice, do not do this. Do not hide anything. Follow the royal protocol. Follow whatever is normal. Don't make things more chaotic than what it is already. Eugenie shared a sweet photo of her firstborn, August, cradling the newborn's head. She also revealed the meaning behind Ernest's name, writing, quote, he is named after his great-great-great-grandfather George, his grandpa George, and my grandpa Ronald. Augie is loving being a big brother already. So that's what they said about the birth of the son. Now we have also seen Beatrice. She wore the York Para to a royal wedding in Jordan, and she is already representing the British royal family outside England, which is absolutely commendable. Going back to our main point, Prince William bringing back these cousins, telling them you are welcome, work for us, work with me, don't go anywhere else. Indirectly, he is absolutely telling these cousins, do not go and work with Meghan or Harry. Although you might have good connection with them, but they are not your future, and they are not your family anymore the way we are. And the reason for that is because, of course, see what they are doing. They cut ties, Meghan, Harry, they cut ties with everybody, their father, their brother, their family members. So Beatrice and Eugenie, you better not follow their footsteps. If you do, it is going to be a disaster. Prince William preventing Meghan coming to UK for the Queen's death anniversary. Prince William now making sure Meghan doesn't get any royal insider information from either Eugenie or Beatrice is a master stroke he played, for which he must be commended. This is the future king, and he knows, because when his son will become the king in the future, he knows that things can be very, very hard on him. So he's doing everything possible to make it easy for his own son, for himself and also for his father, King Charles. Thank you guys for watching. Not subscribe, subscribe again. I will see you in the next one.